Workers must be able to enjoy things like occupational health and safety standards in workplaces. Anybody who holds a position of leadership in a trade union, whether you are the level of member of parliament representing workers, whether you are a general secretary, whether you are a shop steward, whether you are a branch secretary, these things you must think about them, because these are things which affect workers. People who are unfairly being terminated. How do we ensure that we assist to stop those kind of practices? You know, these things which affect workers ordinarily, those are the things I would expect any leader anywhere to pay attention to. But not to pay attention on how you are going to look at how to bring down Robert, who is already in the struggle for workers' rights. And your focus is to say that, how do I bring him down? You are very foolish. You don't actually understand what you are doing. And you should never hold a position in that case. All leaders, wherever you are, focus on the well-being of the workers. Stop this nonsense of trying to say, how do I make sure I bring somebody down? You are preoccupied by doing those simple things, and then you claim that you are supreme. Which supremacy is that? That is not supremacy. Actually, you are operating at a low level, which I do not want us as workers of Uganda to participate in. We should never participate in activities of that nature. And I would want to encourage the workers to watch their leaders. See where do they spend much of their time. See where they spend much of their resources. Are they spending their resources towards helping you get better? Or are they spending their resources in fooling you around, when actually the direction where they are taking you, they are going to take you to places where you are getting lost? Workers of Uganda, be very careful. Trade union leaders, be very careful. We have suffered enough. A time has come when we think we must do things the right way towards helping ourselves and helping the people that we represent. You don't have to waste time. Don't be there wasting time. You don't have a lot of time. You are going to live on this earth just but for a time. And that moment you waste it, it is up to you. You live to regret. If you cannot comprehend the plan, if you are working with somebody and the person is not giving you a clear plan on how to take you out of the state in which you are, you don't seem to understand. They speak too much, but you don't seem to see a clear path they are taking towards taking you out of economic disempowerment and taking you out of this social injustice you are suffering. If you cannot see, don't follow. Do not follow things blindly. Follow leaders who have got a clear path. Leaders who have demonstrated stability and character. Follow leaders who have a clear vision. Follow people who actually can be able to articulate their visions with clarity. But there are those who do not even understand what they are really doing. It's just a matter of gambling. They see someone doing something, they also run to do the same thing. There are so many things to do in this world. If one person is doing one thing, you don't need to go and do the same thing. You can do something else. Plagiarizing, duplicating, copying. No, that is not the way of doing things. That's not the way we are going to represent and continue leading workers in Uganda. We must come up with clear programs that are going to help the workers in Uganda to do something much more better for themselves. And I do not want trade unions in Uganda to reduce themselves to come to the level where you are now relying on handouts. A leader who gives you handouts is very dangerous to you. A leader who just simply keeps you by these small handouts. Your child is sick, you have to run to accept someone to give you money. That's when you treat your child. Your wife is in the hospital, it is someone else who has got to give you money. That type of lifestyle is not good. Yes, if people come and give you support, it's okay. But whether they come or they don't come, please proceed and manage your affairs. You want to buy food, and some other man somewhere must be the one to feed your family, to feed your children, to buy clothes for your children. My friend, are you going to continue calling yourself a man if you are a man in the first place? will you really think you are really a useful person to your family? Be independent, generate your resources, and take care of yourself. A leader should be able to help you to generate your own resources. Not these ones who will want to keep rotating you around, you eat chips and chicken, continue deceiving you. After they get what they want, they abandon you. And you, year in, year out, you keep following. My friend, wake up. Wake up. That is not the type of leadership you need. You need leaders who are systematically going to help you move out of the state in which you are, so that you can be able to address your own life in a much more progressive manner. And their programs must be well understood, so that you get convinced, yes. And when they do, and they have come into office, in the first year, you see that they are involved in drawing programs that are implementing what they have agreed on, what they promised. But can you imagine? We have people who speak and make a lot of promises on things that would be able to question them about, but we don't question them. We are deceived this year, next year they deceive us, the other year they deceive us, and we continue following. Now, is this our problem? Is it their problem, or we are the ones who are now a problem? Please, I would want to appeal to you, even though we are trying to say yes, government has not done much in helping you. Even though we are trying to say yes, many employers have not done much to help you. Please also help yourself. Appear to help yourself. These are some of these basic things we should be able to see. Study the behavior of the people. Why are they behaving in the way they are behaving? Do they mean well, or they want to take advantage of my vulnerability? At least sit down and examine. Start looking at reasons why people do what they are doing. Why are they doing this? At least ask these basic questions, members. Fellow trade union leaders, fellow workers, ask so that we are not misled. Because sometimes we get leaders we deserve. If we are a group of people who don't care, we are going to get leaders who don't care. If we are a group of people who are simply opportunistic, who are corrupt, we are going to get people who are corrupt. And when they come into office and they are doing what they are doing, we should not blame, because that is what we chose ourselves. I therefore want to appeal to you that let us be able, first of all, workers wherever we are, join trade unions. Join trade unions. Forget this story where people keep arguing that trade unions are weak. Trade unions are not weak. Trade unions are stronger institutions. The only thing you need to understand is that these are trade unions in Uganda. Uganda, with its population coming to maybe 46, 47 million, is a poor country. The economy of Uganda cannot sustain certain things. And on top of that, when we have corrupt people who are in government, who are also making life more complicated, we even suffer more. That's why we must come together, so that we can hold our people in government accountable. Now, you are just talking from there alone. No one will listen to you. Come, let us move together. Join trade unions, even if you find those unions are weak, that you call weak. You who is coming in, you are bringing strength. Now, how do you say that the trade unions are weak when you are outside there? Be part of the trade union movement. Bring that strength you are keeping outside there, inside, so that we can use it to be able to help you live a much more better life. A better life in terms of helping you to earn better salaries. You are not going to earn a better salary just by operating alone there. I have been handling workers' cases last week. Some of them were terminated because they were demanding a salary increment. But they were demanding as individuals, instead of coming into a trade union so that we work together as trade union leaders to advocate. They did so alone. One of them was even given a contract of employment to sign. And he said, I'm not going to sign until you increase my salary. They threw him out. You see? So do not go into a struggle for your rights as an individual, because you are not alone. Employers will look for someone else who will accept to work even at half the salary they are paying you, and the person will come and work. So the best thing is when you are inside the trade union, which is enjoying amenities and privileges, to speak from inside the trade union. Even when you think unions are weak, please be there. Let us work together there. They are weak in a weak country. I don't expect you to imagine that trade union should become stronger than Uganda. Now, is that possible here? Is it possible? I am going to break down for you the economies of the different countries in the world so that you can be able to look at these things in their right perspective. So that, but all the same, even in the state in which we are, our rights must be respected. We are not saying that we should have benefits that are given to the workers in the United States of America. No, we can have those benefits, but within our means. But at least we must have them. We should have our rights within our means. The right must be respected. We can live very decent lives, even with our economy here today. And this, let us be able to work together and ensure that we achieve that which we so passionately seek for. I'll be coming back with another recording, still along with this same line, to make sure that we are able to appreciate the point I'm putting across very well. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I want to wish you well in everything else that you are doing, wherever you are, in whichever country you are. I want to encourage you to continue following these recordings, because like I've told you, okay, over the past 3 days, I really had issues. I was not able to speak with you, but I'm promising you at least a minimum of 1 video, 1 recording per day. That one you must get. If I succeed in getting 2 or 3, well and good. But at least on daily basis, you will have. Thank you very much for listening.